Hey there, Stampin' friends, and welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Brechbill, Stampin' Queen. I am going to share a really fun project that we did at a meeting on Friday night. And this is reaching out to you paper hoarders. Those of you who have designer series paper, who love designer series paper, and you're always afraid to cut it, now is your time. We're gonna cut that paper up and we're gonna make some gorgeous cards with it. So you need either one sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper cut in half at 6, or you could use two different. I'm gonna use two different and show you how to create 11 cards from one sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper. So what you will need is, like I said, either one sheet cut in half. So what I chose was the Poppies, and I chose two different ones. Okay, so I've got, these should measure 6 by 12, but you could also do the same sheet if you choose to. That's no problem at all. I'm actually going to use cardstock and cut it, and hopefully it will make a little bit more sense so we don't get confused what pieces go where. So you're going to need a stamp set, preferably sentiments. So I chose the Peaceful Moments. So I kind of have these all kind of coordinate together. You're going to need some ribbon or twine of some sort. I chose the crinkle seam binding. You can tell I have loved it because that's all I have left. And this is probably my 5th roll. I'm waiting on some more to come. It just came back in stock. I am using some rhinestones just to decorate a little bit. And then you want some coordinating ink pads. So I chose Blackberry Bliss and Old Olive, something that coordinates with your DSP. Then you're going to need 11 card bases. So you want to choose card bases that match your paper as well. I chose Poppy Parade, Old Olive, and Blackberry Bliss. Those are going to be 5.5 by 8.5 cut in half. Those are your card bases. And then we're going to need 4 pieces of 3 1/4 by 5 Whisper White. So you need 4 of those. Then you're going to need some for scraps. You're going to need some punches or die cuts of your choice. You know, a label punch is going to be great if you've got those, or a label die of some sort. I changed it up so mine are not all the same. And let's see what else. Adhesive, scissors, and cutting. You need a cutting tool. So I'm going to use my Stampin' trimmer. So I'm going to show you the cards that I make. So this, we get 4 of this, there they are, 4 of this style. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 4 of those. You get 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's got some sticky ribbon on there. You get 2 of these. And then you will get 1 extra. These are just the scraps that were left over, so I just kind of threw those together and created a card. So 11 cards, 1 sheet of designer series paper. So let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, hopefully this is going to make sense to you guys by using cardstock, and I'm going to label them so you know what piece goes with what card. So here's your 6 by 12. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put it in now with your DSP, you should be able to cut them both at the same time. I've got 2 here and I think I can cut them both. So we're going to cut, we've got our 12-inch side at the top. We are going to cut at 3.5. See if it cut them both. It absolutely did. So I'm going to now turn this, and I am going to cut at 2 1/4. Okay, that is card number 1. I'm going to cut it again at 2 1/4. Still card number 1, because I'm going to get 4 out of those, remember. Then I've got this little extra piece here. I'm going to turn this piece and cut at 1 3/4. This is actually the bonus card, or this is going to be like your 11th card. Okay, so you're using all 4 of those pieces. This is B for bonus. Okay. So I'm going to scoot these out of the way. All right, so now my paper is going to come back in and I am going to cut at 4 inches. So now I'm going to turn this a little bit and I am going to cut an edge off at 3/4. So I have to do that first and get rid of that. Now this piece here is going to go on card number 1 as well. So I'm going to put that on the number 1 pile. Now I'm going to turn this again. So I've got, what is this, 4 inches, and I am going to cut, I should get 4 1-inch strips out of this. Sorry, I'm shaking my table so badly. Okay, so I'm just going to keep cutting at 1 inch. And that makes card number 2. Okay, now of course I've got doubles on there, and that's fine. We will remember that those all are card number 2. So now our final piece we're going to cut in half. So we're going to make sure that our 6-inch side is at the top, and we're going to cut it right in half at 3. We're going to turn that, and we are going to cut at 1 1/2. And that's going to give us equal pieces. Okay, so these are all card number 3. All right, somehow I should have had, yes, there we are. They're right in front of me. Okay, so those are all card number 3. And same on that piece that you have left over. You are going to cut, so this is the exact same size, so we're going to do 1 1/2. And that's 3 again. Alrighty, so that's all there is to it. Now all my pieces are cut. Now I will tell you, hop on over to my Stampin' group, my Jody Brechbill Stampin' Queen group, because I do have a graphic on there that will, oh my goodness, excuse me, give you a template of how to put these cards together. So card number 1, you're going to get 2 of, and that is, let me find my cards here. That's this card right here. So here's our pieces. Right there, right there, right there. Now my ones are sideways, but that's okay. You were with me when I cut it, okay? So that's your first card that you're going to get. Add your little ribbon, your punch, yada, 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 and you've got 2 cards right there, okay? So I'll also post still photos of these on my page as well. But like I said, head over there because it is going to show you a template. Now this is card number 2. All right, you get 4 of these. And what you're going to do, I did not bring a piece of cardstock with me, but what you will do is fold your card base in half, and you're going to put a score. Let me get a card base. All right, sorry about that. So we've got our card base here. We're going to fold our card base in half. And then we're just going to do a score on one of the edges at 1 1/4. And make sure you score and not cut. Okay, so then we've got that folded this way. This panel is going to fold back, and now you're going to put your strips for card number 2 right here. Oh my goodness, I can't pick them up. Okay, so there's card number 2. Now you can leave this flap open. You could put your sentiment over top and use pop dots to hold it down, or you can actually glue this flap and adhere it flat. I glued mine. I didn't like it popped up like that. So that's card number 2. You get 4 of those. Okay, and so I just did some little rhinestones on my punch just to make it just pop a little tiny bit. Rhinestones are getting a little crooked. Okay, so then we've got card number 3, and you are going to need, that's where that white piece, those white pieces come in handy, and they are, like I said, 3 1/4 by 5, and you're going to layer right on top of that, okay? So you're going to get 4 of those. I hope this is making sense to you guys, because this is a very cool way to use that designer series paper that you've been stockpiling. Make some super quick cards. I mean, these are so crazy fast. All you need is, you know, stamp ink and paper, really. No embossing, no die cutting, just very quick. So there's your card number 3. And then we've got our bonus card. So that is just those little bonus pieces, and I just put them right here. Okay, so there we go, 11 cards in a matter of minutes. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Like I said, I have the information here. I also have got this video for you guys to follow. So I hope that you will actually take some time and go make some quick and fast cards. Have a great week, guys. I'll see you next week for Movie Monday.